We're here today to talk about what is going on with Planned Parenthood and how they are being complicit in the sexual abuse of children. So do we have any more questions regarding that? Yes.
Yes, Brandon Shaw for Christian Coast. For any of you who would like to answer it, I again am just sort of aghast. You know, we've seen video footage of them selling baby body parts. We've seen video footage now being willing to cover up sexual abuse. What's it gonna take to just break the consciousness? It just seems like this is just it's this wall that's over people's mind. It's like, how much more clear can it be before something breaks through? I mean, Congressman Musgrave said it. It's like, this would be in the news and we're covering it, but what gives?
Yeah. Well, it comes down to votes, and in the House we have repeatedly voted to not fund Planned Parenthood, but in the Senate those things have not moved forward, and so I'm hoping that this report maybe will help move some of those hearts and some of those votes that are needed in order to accomplish this legislatively. So anybody else?
What about the public, though? The public perception. What do you think is sort of keeping them so, like, I mean, I understand the vote aspect, but like,
sure.
I mean, why are people so blind?
Well, I think I appreciate everyone here today, and I appreciate the work of Lila Rose and Live Action, because I think this is very key to help getting the word out to the American public. I know in my district there's a large number of constituents who are aware of the concerns with the use of federal tax dollars with Planned Parenthood. They do not support that. As an earlier speaker mentioned, just public polls show, even if you're pro-choice, you do not support allowing taxpayer funding to go towards abortion or organizations that do abortion. So there is, I believe, a lot of public support for limiting that funding and making sure that it actually goes to women who need the health care. Next. Others? Sure.
I think what it takes is making the harm visible. We have to help people understand what's going on behind closed doors. In trafficking, we're trying to help people understand. When you say the word trafficking, it goes right over people's heads. We have to unpack the violence, the substance abuse, the beatings, the rapes. We have to unpack all that, and it's the same thing here, and that's what Lila Rose has been doing. She's helping the public to understand what that harm is and how and the terrible misfortune of all these young and innocent people. And so that is what we have to do. We have to keep showing people what's happening. As people understand that, I think they'll move.
Thank you.
Very good. Representative Glenn Grothman would like to say a few remarks as well.
Yeah, I'll just point out, you said, what's it going to take? Well, right now in Planned Parenthood, at least as of a couple of years ago, and if a 14-year-old girl walks into Planned Parenthood, they will, at least one counselor told me, put them on the pill. Well, you know, if a 18-year-old guy has sex with that 14-year-old girl, he's in a lot of trouble. Maybe sex offender for life. But this is routine for Planned Parenthood. Nobody talks about it. What's it going to take? The churches have to step up to the plate. That's what it's going to take. If the churches are silent and figure no big deal, or I don't want to say anything controversial, it'll continue. If the churches step up to the plate, it won't.
All right. Well, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming today, and I want to thank all of my colleagues here who've come. I want to thank Lila Rose for her tremendous work in bringing this information to our attention. We need to know the facts, and I appreciate Marilyn Musgrave being here and Dr. Leder and your wonderful work letting us know about really what is going on with sex trafficking and the link to Planned Parenthood. You know, we have to take action, and Live Action's report excoriates Planned Parenthood, and rightly so. No organization complicit in the sexual abuse of minors should be receiving a dime of federal funding. We welcome this opportunity to work with Secretary Azar and this administration to investigate the report's finding and to stop this vicious cycle of abuse. I appreciate each one of my colleagues for joining me here today, and like I said, I want to thank Lila Rose, Marilyn Musgrave, and Laura Leder. We look forward to hearing from HHS and feel positive that we will someday be able to defund Planned Parenthood and truly stand up for women and girls that we care about. Thank you very much. Good day.